Welcome, fellow travelers. I'm Shae of the Grey Sentinels, and I'm joining Chibi and Vertek here at the Golden Feather. Come on in, grab a seat, and let's share tales of adventure.
Since we're already talking about games and other game systems, Dukian is looking to play some Lineage 2 in preparation for Ashes, or Alpha 2, because Ashes is highly inspired by Lineage's design compared to others. And they're just looking at things like Guild Wars 2 and similar. But are you playing anything that you feel like is preparing you for Ashes of Creation at all? Or are you just playing kind of any sort of waiting room game for waiting for Alpha 2?
The game I'm playing most is definitely Google Sheets and slides and docs. So, if that counts as a game, then sure. Yeah, I mean, I don't do that with the purpose of trying to do too much out of Ashes stuff. Definitely once I'm playing, I want everything to try and be in game and in character as much as possible. But yeah, to honestly answer the question, I know tomorrow there's going to be a game Enshrouded that comes out that's definitely about
our guild has talked about it.
Yeah, there's exploration and crafting, and apparently it's Valheim like. I haven't looked too much into it, if only because I like to avoid any sort of spoilers if possible.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so I think that's going to be one. Yeah, I think right now I'm definitely more focused on building the guild, because at the end of the day, whether I'm ready for Ashes, the game itself or not, I want to make sure that I have the best possible people around me. So right now it's mostly focusing on the the out of game, developing connections with people, and then taking Ashes, whether we're practicing in a different game or not. Yeah, we are trying to find different games to play though. So Enshrouded is one. Valheim, we did play WoW for a little bit. PAX Day is also another one actually that we've been playing whenever they did the last test. PAX Day definitely felt like the closest analog to Ashes. So that's probably going to be a good one for getting us up to speed.
That's fair.
What about you guys?
Well, Vertek and I have been playing Overwatch together, but Vertek, what have you been playing?
We're playing a whole bunch of random stuff. Nothing for too terribly long, but I'm thinking about getting back into Guild Wars 2 with the guild, because there's some people playing that, and I actually really like Guild Wars 2. I played it for a while and didn't have anybody to play with me, so I ended up fading out of it because it wasn't as fulfilling just logging on my own just to play it. I mean, the story's good enough. It felt okay for a single player game, but then when I got to the end game, I was like, well, let me go ahead and start a new character. And then I got bored of that. But as far as Lineage 2, I can say that I didn't even find out that the game existed until I saw it as a mobile game app. And I said no. And I completely ignored anything I ever heard about Lineage 2 because I didn't want to pick up a mobile MMO.
So I first heard of Lineage 2 back in a magazine advertisement back when it first came to NA, and I didn't really have a computer at the time that I could play it with, but I remembered imagining kind of what that would be like. It looked really cool. I've never had a chance to dive in, but given that there's I think Steven's mentioned pulling the what's the actual name for the system, not aggro, but the way that you flag in PvP, I guess, is apparently like Lineage 2.
Gotcha.
So yeah, it definitely could be a fun one to take a second look at.
Yeah, Gandalf also says the corruption system. Chappie says no balance until beta. Why even worry about being good at this point? But it's important to not burn out with something similar to you feel like Ashes is fresh for Alpha 2.
Great point. I'm currently playing Backpack Hero, which allows me to practice the spatial inventory system a little bit. So
yeah,
that's about the closest as I'm getting.
Yeah, Chaffee, get good as a lifestyle choice, just because you don't feel the need to get good. Just saying.